Hi y'all, I'm an addict by the name of Alma. And first I'd like to thank God for another day clean, for placing you people in my life and leading me to the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous. For that I am truly grateful. My topic is unity is a must, and I don't know why they always giving me unity topics. I guess that's because during this process I was the regional unity chair for 5 years, and before that I was a home group rep on unity for 2 years. And the first tradition states that our personal recovery depends on NA unity. But I'm going to talk about my unity. And first I'm going to talk about my disunity. When I first came into the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous, I was so disunified, if there is such a word, that some days I didn't know whether my head was attached to my shoulders. I was disunified when I was using, but I thought I had unity. I thought I had unity with other addicts. I thought I had unity with the drug dealers. I thought I had unity with the tricks, because I had a book that I had special certain tricks in that I could call, and that held me together. And that's what unity is. Unity is the joining of one thing to another. And that's what I thought I had, because I was joined at the hips to the drug dealers. I was joined at the hips to the tricks. I was joined with everything except what I needed to be joined with, and that was myself. I always put myself last. Everything else came first. And when I came into the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous, I came into the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous not to get clean, not to have any unity, but to get away from the Puerto Rican drug dealer that I had sat and smoked up all his crack and knew he was going to come get me and kill me and bury me somewhere in somebody's backyard for smoking up his stuff. So I went into the shelter system. And in the shelter system, it was a clean and sober shelter. And that, I know it's not Narcotics Anonymous to say clean and sober, but this is what it was. That was what they called it. So I'm going by their name. But in the Alma, you just couldn't get high in there. And you had to make house meetings and all of that stuff. And I learned little by little that I couldn't do it by myself. That I had to be joined with other people to do some things. And coming into the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous, I've learned that I can't do anything alone. That I need the unity of the fellowship in order to be unified with the program. Because I can't have one without the other. I can't have you people and don't have no steps in my life. I can't have you people and don't have no traditions in my life. I can't have you people and not have no concepts in my life. So unity plays a big part in my life. You know, like when I was unity chair, my biggest problem, and it was my problem, it was my stuff, not blaming it on y'all, was that we weren't together. And I tried my darndest. If you notice, I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying to get better with that. I tried my darndest to pull everybody together. And I couldn't do it alone. So I stopped trying and started working on me. And once I united with a certain thing or with certain people, it pulled them in to my circle. and we became tighter. We became joined, and things started working out. You know, like I said, the first tradition states that my personal recovery depends on me being united with the fellowship, and in turn being united with the spiritual principles of this program. And this program is built on spiritual principles, because I can do nothing alone. The I must die so that the we can always live. Now, on some days, I can be disunified. I can disunify myself from people. And it's not isolating. It's just that some days I don't want to be bothered with y'all. Some days I don't like y'all. Some days I don't want y'all to call me. Some days I don't want y'all to come to my house. Some days I don't give a good tutti frutti if I ever see you again. And that's me being me. Then I get those days where I want to just be joined by everybody. I want everybody to call me from 8 o'clock in the morning to midnight. I want to be in meetings from the time the doors open to the time they close. I want to go hang out and we go eat and do little things, and I want to do that. And that's where my help comes from. My help comes from other people. You know, I was the person that I never needed anybody to help me. If I can't do it, then it can't be done. I don't need you to do stuff for me that I can do for myself. And that comes because I have 10 brothers. I'm the only girl, and I'm the baby. And my brothers taught me to be self-sufficient and self-reliant. They always beat it into me. Don't depend on nobody to do nothing for you. If you ask somebody to do something for you and they say no, don't worry about it. You know how to do it yourself. Like, the other day, I just bought a new grill. And I had asked somebody to put this grill together for me a week and a half ago when I bought the grill. They said, okay. Now I'm ready to use the grill. The grill's still in the box, sitting in the middle of my living room. My attitude was, the heck with it. I don't need nobody to do nothing for me. I can do it myself. How about I broke my nail on my thumb and I was mad as the devil. And I got mad at them because I broke my nail because I told them I asked you to put this grill together and you couldn't do it. I had to end up doing it. And this is the way I'm trying to get a lot better with that, of asking people for help, because I don't know how to ask people for help. If I can't do it myself, then it can't be done. And I'm getting a little better with that. Not only asking people to help me do things, but asking people to help me live my life, to help guide me on the correct road to recovery. You know, I've been around here a minute. I know some stuff. I done some stuff. I done had good days. I done had bad days. I done had sometime days. And then I just had days that went into days. You know, but I feel very... I'm looking for a good word. I feel very united now with people in recovery. I know there's a lot of people that know me. I know there's a lot of people that like me. I know there's a lot of people that dislike me, but they love me. Because I can make you dislike me in a minute. Because I had that type of attitude. And I'm trying to get away from that. I know everybody is not going to love me. I know everybody is not going to like me. But I'm doing the best I can to make more people like me. Where if today is 10 people that like me, tomorrow I'm trying to have 11 people like me. And I can only do that by doing unity. By joining with another recovering addict to help me on my way. I might not need you today, but I might need you the day after tomorrow. I might need somebody else today. Because you might not have the answer or the help that I need, so I need to be able to go join myself with somebody else that has the answer, that can guide me where I need to be. And that road is very narrow, because when I started out, I had 6 people on each side. And the further I went down this road, the smaller it got, because people started dropping off on the side. I'm not saying that they're using, because they're probably not using, but they just moved on. And the further I go down the road, the narrower it gets. I lose people here, I lose people there. I lose sponsees here, I lose sponsors there. But I move on down the road. And it gets narrow. But I know at the end of the tunnel is a light. And I know at the end of that light is somebody waiting to help me. Somebody else that I'm going to unite with. Somebody else that I'm going to be joined to. You know, I used to be, and for those of you that know me, know how much I have changed. Because I used to be a real bitch. I would cuss you out just for the sake of cussing you out. Yeah. And you wouldn't have to do nothing to me. You might look at me wrong. What you looking at me like that for? And don't you know blah, 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 blah. Or don't speak to me like that. Who do you think you talking to? But I've grown. I've got better with that. Because people came into my circle and told me, we ain't scared of you. We is not scared of you. So put that facade down and act like us. So I broke the wall down a little bit. I let a few people across the wall. And now on a daily basis, I'm letting the wall down a little more because I like people. I'm a people person. I do things for people, and it's not people pleasing. I do it because I want to do it. I cook big dinners and invite half of Narcotics Anonymous to my house to eat, and they don't show up. But that's okay. That's okay. You know, I do things, and I try to get people to join in with me. But that's okay. They always have something else to do. But that's okay. Eventually, they'll come and be united with me and 2 or 3 other people. I'll keep on inviting you, and I won't get tired of inviting you, but eventually you'll get tired of hearing, I'm sick of Alma and always inviting me and I don't show up. I'm going to show up today. I'm going to show up today. I got a buddy that I invited to lunch one day. I had fixed all this nice food. I had fried fish and made salad and potatoes and iced tea, and I had the table set with the good china with the long stem glasses for the tea and stuff. I'm sitting there. They still ain't showed up yet, but guess what? They have an open invitation to my house anytime they want to come. You know who I'm talking about. But guess what? They got an open invitation to my house. They can come anytime they want. It ain't got to be for lunch. It can be just because you want to come see me. And that's all part of unity. That's all part of unity. That friends are part of unity. I don't have a lot of friends, but the friends that I do have are the best friends I ever had in life, because by me being united with the using addicts when I was using, I thought they was my friends. Oh, that's my girlfriend Sally Mae. That's my good friend Joe Blow. They wasn't friends. They was leeches and crabs. Just like I was a leech and I was a crab. Because I was pulling people down and then I'd leech onto you and suck you till you was dry. But I don't do that anymore because I have learned. I got 2 brothers that's in recovery. And I can depend on them no matter what. You know, all I got to do is pick up the phone and say, look, this is this and this is this. And they show up. I got a couple of friends. I got one friend that I can call on his cell phone. I don't care whether he's at work, he's at school, he's home, or what he's doing. And I say, look, this is the problem, and I need this, and I need to do that, or I need to do the other. They say what time, how much, and I'm on my way. And I tried, I don't make it a habit. I don't make it a habit. Because then I would be doing the same thing that I was doing when I was getting high. I'll be leeching again. I would be leeching again. Most of y'all know that I'm on a fixed income, but guess what? All my bills are paid. I just sent checks out, and I ain't got no problem with telling you. I just sent checks out for $540-something yesterday, and I only get $600. But that's okay. That's okay. I got heat, I got hot water, I got gas, I got a cell phone, I got a telephone, my rent is paid, I got a computer, and all that shit is done, but I might be broke, but that's okay. Because if it comes up that I really need something, I can pick up the phone and say, I need. And they be right there. And that's part of unity too. That's unity too. You know, like, and I love these people. I love everybody. I might not like a lot of y'all, which is the truth. I might not like a lot of y'all, but I love all of y'all, and I will help you any way I can. Because my traditions tell me that my personal recovery depends on NA unity. So I got to help. If I can help you, I got to help you. If I can't help you, I got to say, well, look, I know the phone number of somebody that might be able to help you in this situation, and I give them the phone number and say, tell them that Alma gave you the phone number, and this is what I need to do. You know, I know there's some people, when there's certain things that go on in my life that I got about 5 phone books with people's numbers in them that I've had since I've been in recovery since 1993, and that's 10 years. And how about sometime I call some of them, not because I got a problem, not because anything is going on, not because I want them to do something for me, but I pick up the phone and say, hey, it's Alma. You might not remember me, but we met so-and-so place, and I'm just calling to see how you're doing. That's unity. Once a month, I get on the phone, I call people out of state. I call people that I met in Alabama and Massachusetts and Jersey and New York and Chicago and Detroit. And once a month, I take my cell phone on a Saturday and I call as many of these people as I can just to say hi. I don't need nothing from you. I just want to say hi. I just want to know that you're there if I need you. Last year, I went through a problem, and I resigned from office. And the day before I resigned, that day, the things that people said and the way they acted, when I left that meeting, I felt like I had used. I felt like I had used. I got on the phone. First I called my sponsor. She said, if you feel like that, you know what you need to do. That wasn't good enough for me. I knew she was telling the truth. I called Alabama and talked to some people. They told me the same thing. I called Western Massachusetts and talked to some people, and they all told me the same thing. Alma, if it makes you feel like you used, get away. How about I got away and I've been stress-free since August of last year. I've been stress-free. There's nothing stressful going on in my life. There's no chaos. There's no confusion. I'm at peace with myself. My soul is at peace. My heart is at peace. And most important of all, my home is at peace. There's nobody in my house disrupting my house. The only person that disrupt my house is my little 4-year-old. And when I get tired of him disrupting my house, he knows. I don't have all that confusion. And at one time, I used to be the queen of confusion. I used to start confusion just to start confusion. And walk away and stand back and say, now look at them fools. They standing there arguing. And I done started the confusion, and I'm standing there looking at them like, But I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more because chaos brings chaos. And I'm not really a chaotic person. I'm a peaceful person. I try to run things as smoothly as possible. But I know some days it's going to be some chaos. Some days it's going to be some confusion. Some days, somebody is going to push that button, and the Alma that will cuss you out and talk to you and treat you like nothing can come out. So what I do, I disunify myself from those people. And I unify myself with the people that's calm and peaceful. The people that can keep me in check. So, always remember, and I'm going to say it again, always remember your first tradition. Personal recovery depends on inner unity. And without unity, your personal recovery is in jeopardy. Thanks for allowing me to share.